It was only 19 years ago when I walked into my first classroom. I spent the days filling the room with inspirational posters that would welcome my students into a stimulating environment. I'd spent weeks working on lesson plans that I was sure would have my students jumping from their seats, eager to participate. And then the first day finally arrived. Oh my, I thought, college did not prepare me for this. I began my career in a very multicultural setting, and coming from a school background where our only use of the word multicultural was found in the dictionary, I had a lot of learning to do. Firstly, multicultural is not about skin color. It took me all of the first hour in my classroom to realize that everyone does not grow up in a household where both a mother and a father are present, or that not everyone comes to school with their bellies full and eager to learn, or that everyone had a safe place they called home. Yes, I did a lot of learning that first year. Moreover, I discovered early in my career that I needed to do more than simply teach my subject area. I wanted to change lives. I wanted to give students hope to those who had none. I wanted to show all of my students that the answers to their woes could be found through education. I wanted to show my students that the answers to their woes, one more time, could be found through education. So, I've lost my place. Let's try this again. So I decided to get my master's degree in counseling. That's the logical course of action, right? Well, to my distress, I discovered too late that the term counselor really meant administrator. Now, don't get me wrong, I love our counselors. I know very well that our school would fall apart without them, but it simply was not what I was looking for at the time. And then I heard about AVID. I remember the day well. I was sitting in a faculty meeting, and the principal informed us that our school was going to get involved in a new program called AVID. I didn't hear what the acronym meant or stood for, as I was probably tuned it out as one more thing that I thought did not pertain to me. When suddenly, someone mentioned a summer institute in Florida. Now I was listening. As ashamed as I am today to admit such a thing, you guessed it. I got involved in AVID because I wanted to go to Florida on the school's dime. Little did I know, however, that my life would be completely changed after that 1 week. I left there on fire. Finally, I had found the place that I belonged. And I have stories. Stories of success, like the fact that 100% of my first senior AVID class not only attended college, but graduated. And many of those young people graduated from college with honors. Or I could tell you about this year's seniors who've worked so hard on improving their ACT scores that the average jump up was 4 points. One young man who's pursuing a degree in aeronautical engineering, no less, called me over the Christmas break to tell me that he scored a 33. I can tell you about the times that administrators have come into my AVID classroom to observe a Socratic circle and become so interested in the discussion that they forgot to evaluate me. Or I could tell you about the time I was watching the news when a familiar face came on the screen. It was a previous AVID student wishing me personally Merry Christmas from the fields of Afghanistan. Or I could tell you about another AVID student, a young man who dedicated his honor cords to me at his high school graduation. And he promised to one day bring me his own children to meet me. I met his daughter last year, 10 years later. Over the years, I have pushed, pulled, cried, and jumped with joy. I have hugged and comforted. I have fussed at some and become disappointed in others. But I have never stopped showing them all the way out through education. Indeed, AVID is where I belong. And I challenge each of you here today, regardless of your role in a child's life, to never stop showing them the way up and out through education, through AVID. Thank you.